Hey kids, alright, so this is our instructional video for Jolly Old St. Nick to help you practice at home. It's line 5.05. Before we get going, let's talk about the rhythm. Remember what we talked about in class? This piece looks like a hot mess, but it's actually the same rhythm over and over again, okay? Right here. Hope that's not backwards in the video. I don't know. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3. So I'm going to turn my metronome on and you'll hear it in the video. I'm setting my metronome to 60. And remember, all you got to do for the metronome, just Google the word metronome, METRONOME. And then this thing from Google comes up, and this is actually the metronome we use in class. I turned it down to 60. You just grab this slider and move it around. You can do it with the plus and minus. I'm setting it to 60. We're going to practice this real slow, in case you're having trouble. Remember, the biggest thing you can do to practice, if things are hard, is just slow down. Okay, so hit play. If you have trouble hearing this while you're practicing, remember you can use earphones, right? Use earbuds, plug into your laptop, and then you'll hear it just fine. Okay. Rhythm. So, do this. Tap your foot with the beat. Tap, tap, tap. Let's say the counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3. Let's do that again. Here we go. Tap, 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 ready. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? Let's try tizzling that. 1, 2, tizzle, and. One more time. 1, 2, tizzle, and. All right. So that's the rhythm. It's that rhythm 4 times in a row. So now all you got to worry about is your notes. Okay. I'm going to play it so you can hear how it goes. Then maybe we'll have some time, we'll break it down a little bit more. Again, I'm setting my metronome to 60. I've got my mute in so it's not too loud on the video so you can hear it better, but don't worry about that. So our first note, and remember you can use Bandmate to make sure you're playing the right note. Make sure you got that note. Try it now. Make sure you're starting on the right note. Okay. Jolly Old St. Nick. I'll do it a few times, so maybe you can just listen to me the first time and then try to play along, or whatever's going to work for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and ready. Alright. I'll do it again. We're going to do the whole thing, but remember, if you're having trouble with like measure 3, then don't try to play the whole thing. Just focus on measure 3, okay? This video I'm just going to show you how the whole tune goes, but if you're having trouble with measure 3, then what you need to do is stop and work on measure 3. Just again, 2, 3, and okay. And if you're having trouble with like those last 2 notes going from the low note to the high note, then you need to practice going between those 2 notes. Like okay, do it until it feels normal. Or maybe you're having trouble with the last measure. Same thing, just do that measure. Go slow, over and over again. All right, anyway, I'm gonna do the whole thing again. But you practice what you need to practice. You may not need to practice the whole thing yet. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. Now in class, here's what I've seen. Setting my trumpet down. Let me shut off my metronome. The problem people encounter most of the time with this tune is when you get to the half note, like the look at measure 2. You get to the half note, you're not ready for the next measure. It's like you get to measure 3 and you're like, what do I do? So what you need to do is when you get to that half note, you don't need to look at it for very long. When you get to the half note, while you're playing the half note, look ahead to the next measure, so you give yourself time to think, what note is that? How do I do that? Okay? That's the biggest problem I've seen with this song, is people are just not ready for the next measure. So give yourself time to think. And again, if you're having trouble going, look at measure 2, going from the half note to the next note, if that's a big jump, because it is a big jump. Okay, well then what you need to practice is going between those 2 notes. All right? Just over and over again to, okay, now I get it. Okay? Let me see, what else? Yeah, that's kind of it. Look at measure 8, the last measure. Just make sure we got the right notes here, so. Make sure you work on that. Now, if you're having trouble with that, then just start with the first 3 notes. So. Then add 1 more note. Again, and again, and don't go on until you got that. When you got that and it's really good, then add the half note. You're going to waste your time practicing if you hurry up and try to move on to the next thing before you're ready. Don't do that. You've got to be patient. Don't move on until you're really ready to move on. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Yeah, jolly old Saint Nick. Slow down. Look ahead. Cool. Practice with a metronome.